Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie Watts. I share tips, tools, and techniques for the artist in you. And today we're continuing our journey on capturing memories in a quick and efficient way. On one of my latest videos, I referred to these two drawings and how quickly they were done. And a subscriber asked if I had a demo of those. And I thought, I do not. So why don't I do that? So today I'm going to show you how it's done and the process that I went. I had another, this has a timer set up on it. I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but I have a stopwatch set up so that I can see how long it takes me to draw. I'm going to actually start with this one. I'll put the image on the screen when I edit. 0.05 micron or the Uniball Vision Fine. Almost any Uniball pen, fine or micro is good. This one's a little heavier than this. So I'm just going to start with the lighter line and hopefully you'll be able to see it. When I'm out with friends eating, having a refreshing drink, whether it's alcoholic or not, it doesn't matter. But some of the drinks that are served these days are just so pretty. And the Aperol Spritz was a drink that I've been told that we will be drinking in Italy. And so we were drawing that with anticipation of sharing a drink together when we're all together in September. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to start where the straw is and go from there. But what I like to do is set yourself up a timer where you can see what you're drawing. And all you need right now is a piece of paper and a pen. You can use a pencil if you want, but a pen you can't erase and you'll just keep going. And I want you to draw along with me if you can. So pause the video if you don't already have your pen and paper out, and see if you can draw along with me. I'll put the image right here. Okay, on your mark, get set, start. I like to have jigs and jags in my drawings so that it adds a little more character. If I miss something, I think I need to redraw it, I'll just add that to the line. I try to draw things as I get to them. Talking and drawing at the same time is not necessarily the best thing to do, but that's okay. If something's very light in the image, I can barely touch down with my pen. And I'm going to come up here. And stop. Okay, how far did you get? All right, so 1 minute and 20 seconds. That's not bad. Now, we're going to take out our painting supplies and add a little color. I have the kit that I usually travel with, so I'm just going to pull those out. Slide it over just a little bit. And I've stopped my stopwatch, but I have not restarted it yet. So I resumed it yet. I want to resume and then paint this. Now I'm not going to add anything to the background, even though the background's dark. But I just want to show you how, just very quickly you can capture an image and maybe even do it when you're out with friends. Also in my little kit, I have paper towels. I'm just going to hold on to the paper towel. I'll just clip it here. If I was out and about, I'd probably clip it anyway. Just don't like it to blow away. I don't have my, I usually have these attached to my, what I'm painting on. But, all right. Sorry, a little wiggly. Okay, I have water in my water brush. My paints are fairly dry. I'm looking at what I want to paint. The lightest part is over here. I didn't really put much line over there. And the darkest part, other than inside the stem, is here. And I don't have to paint exactly what I see. But I do want the interior of this to be more blurred because it's inside the glass. So I'm going to start, I think about what I want to do, and I think I'm going to start by wetting the interior. So I'm going to resume the clock. Okay, I want to, I've got to get the water going. I want to wet the interior and turn it up, make sure I can see that it's wet, very wet and shiny. I might have wet that a little too much. While that's soaking in a little bit, I'm going to mix up a little bit of orange because I don't have any on my palette. And this is, oh, that's not a very pretty orange. Let's try again. I probably have too much green in my yellow. That's a little better, not great, but it'll be okay for the demo. I'll thin it out. Okay, I want it brighter. Less, get rid of that green. All right. Think about, well, you should clean your palette before you start this process. You wouldn't have that much trouble. All right, so I'm adding that in there. This is magenta. I'm going to go ahead and add some of that while it's wet because I think that's fun to let the colors mix. And the under part of this is a little darker. A little bit of this comes up in here. See that my paper is wet, so it's taking off, kind of like that. Come back with yellow. I'm going to hit this with a brighter yellow. Make a green. Don't worry about staying in the lines. I'm going to pick kind of a bluish tone, I think, to hit where the glass is. And the straw ended up more gray, but oh well. That's okay. It's a sketch for your sketchbook. It's a memory. And I think I want that a little darker in here. So add that little more dark. And maybe a little more yellow in here. What do you think? Like you want a shadow? Stop. 4 minutes and 12 seconds was the total of this whole drawing. How did you do? If you did it with me, let me know how long it took you. All right, we're going to turn the page and we're going to try another picture. This one is a raspberry lemonade and it looks really delicious and it's in a mason jar. I have not drawn this one before, so it'll be totally new to me. I've reset my timer. Now before I get started, let's do something smart. Let's clean out our yellows. All right. you dampen the top layer, try to just lift it off. Look how nasty that one is. All right. Might be time to put some new paint in here. It has been a long time since I reloaded. But at least try to get the green out of the yellow. Because when green meets red, they're opposite on the color wheel and they dull each other down. So I don't really want this dulled down. And the painting I'm about to do has this really bright pink and magenta color. And this one is a magenta right here. So I'm going to be using more of it than the red. But while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and clean it off. So if you don't know how to clean your colors, when they're dry, you just wet the top layer, wipe it off. While I'm cleaning that, I'm going to go ahead and clean the lid so I have a good space to begin. All right, do y'all have your paper ready? You see the new image to the side? Okay, I'm going to put my brush away, get my pen out. Normally I start on the left hand because I'm right-handed. If you are left-handed, I would suggest you start your drawing on the right and move to the left so you're not covering up your drawing as you work. So I'm going to start on the upper lid part of the lid, and I'll probably add the lemons and raspberries around the base. I'm not going to worry about the little sign that's on the jar. Okay, so on your mark, get set, go. Doing kind of a continuous line drawing. So as I get to something, try to draw it, not necessarily trying to keep super straight lines. I think just the jagged edges just make it a little more fun and less intimidating. So give it a little character. If I forget something, I just put it in when I get back to it. Okay, there's the top of the jar. It's a little wide, but that's okay. Then I come down to the side. There's something in here. Draw that. A little bit in here. A little bit of the lime or lemon. I'm not sure what it is. I made that a little wide, so I'll come back and make this wider. Draw the lemon that I get to as I'm there. There's a little towel or something up next to it. It has stripes. And the lemon comes out there. Some more stripes. Come back to this, and it comes out somewhere. Hope you can see from where my hand is. I'm going to skip up and come up here so that I can see my hand's not in the way. Okay, there's some kind of lemon slice here. You see more of it. There's probably a strawberry in here. Another leaf of some sort. Part of the towel goes back there. There's a raspberry. So it has all sorts of texture. There's a lemon curve. Kind of comes to the center. There's another towel in front of it. Cuts the corner of our jar. And then we have another raspberry right in here that has all sorts of texture. Stop. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Okay, just looking at this, yeah, my jar's a little fat and squatty, but all in all, I can tell where it is. What time, how long did it take you to do yours? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so now I'm going to put the pen up. I'm going to get my water brush out again. Again, I'm not going to put anything in the background. I'm just going to try to capture what I see there. The straw and the towel are similar in color, so I'll keep that in mind. There's a lot of bright pinks and vibrant colors in here, so it's a good thing I cleaned out my lemon or my yellows. That's a lot better, and that's a lot better. Okay, so when I look at my image, the color inside the jar of the lemon will probably be the gamboge color, except for the edge, maybe right around here, will be this lemon yellow. And we'll go from there. Oh, I have peacock blue. That'll probably be my blue. Let me clean this so I have that to work from. Okay. Are y'all ready for the paint? Okay, I'm about to hit resume, and then we'll go from there. On your mark, set, go. I don't have any green mixed, so I'm going to mix a little bit of green. I'm going to put that a little too, and there we go. Just put that in here where my green is. Doesn't have to be exact. I want part of that reflecting in through the glass jar. The glass jar, I'll probably use the little bit of the green mixed in with blue, just to kind of give an illusion to the glass shadows in there. And there's more of that down in here, and maybe that'll be dry by the time I get back to that part. I want a little bit more of a aqua color, so I put in the peacock blue, and with a little bit of that, I want that a little brighter. Ooh, that's real bright. Hope y'all can see. You can barely see my paint, sorry about that. Okay, but see, that's much brighter, much more fun. Okay, so I'm gonna have the color of that come in through the straw, and it dissipates in the jar, so I don't see it after that. All right, so I'm gonna come over here, put in the bright yellow first, then this yellow afterward. I'm going to squeeze out because I want that to blur. Adding water, I'm just squeezing. This is a dark magenta, but I might add, yeah, I'm going to have to add a little red into that to make it red enough for the raspberry. And there's some really dark red over here and right in here. And I can go ahead and, while I've got it on my brush, move around and just place that there. I want a little more magenta in that. Let that mix together. I'm going to add water. This watercolor is transparent, so I'm just going to take that right on top of what I've already done. I'm squeezing water out over the whole thing, and then I'm adding more color so that it'll just hopefully shout, oh look, I'm here, I'm having fun, and you know, just loving the color. This is a little more red orange in through here, so I'm adding the red in while it's wet. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of orange in there and let it meld. You got to, I'm trying to not create too many blooms with this. A bloom is when a wet tone hits a damp tone, and then it pushes into each other, and that can create what's called a bloom. This part right here is yellow, so I'm going to put that there even though this is wet, and drag some of this out even though you can't really see it there. While that's drying, I'm going to hit this. Again, my brush wasn't quite dry, but that's okay because the bottom of this has a shadow on it, so I'll just let that go there. I don't like that line right there, but if I hit it, I'm afraid I'm going to get a really bad bloom. So I'm going to leave it alone right now. Let's see. A little more of this on the outside. I come back to my blue that was my towel. Okay, before I put it down, it is kind of blurry. It's a soft weave, so I'm just going to wet this. So now I'm going to take my blue that's run into the green occasionally, and I'm going to just do some stripes. And hopefully they'll be soft enough to read as stripes, but loose enough to not be too distracting. Can't really see the stripes back here. It's so light in the picture, so I'm just guessing what direction they would be, and then I'm going to put a little blur of, maybe the shadow together kind of falls in place. White things reflect the color around them, so I'm taking a bit of the color of the glass, the drink that's inside, and I'm blurring that on the fabric. Okay, look at that. I want it a little brighter through here, so I'm going to come back with thicker paint, less water, and really bump that up a little bit. Make it a little more vibrant. I'm working on mixed media paper. I'm not working on watercolor paper, so if I was working on watercolor paper, it probably might work a little smoother, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to come up here and add a little variation to the leaves. I don't want them all one color. Can if you want. Tad bit. Already have some curves in these. These are dry now, and so now that just doing little smiles on your raspberry. Okay, stop. 10 minutes and 21 seconds for the whole thing. That's not bad. Now I'm ready to go make me some raspberry lemonade. How about you? Let me know how yours turns out. How long did it take you? I hope something today was helpful. I had fun. Hope you did. See you next week.